Welcome. Today, we're diving into a really big idea coming out of India's tech space. Think about it, a single unified operating system that's built to run the entire service economy. It's a fascinating piece of digital architecture, so let's get into what makes it work.
You know, if you run any kind of service business, a consultant, a coach, a doctor with a clinic, you know this feeling all too well, right? The constant back and forth on WhatsApp just to find a time slot. The messy spreadsheets that are never quite up to date, the missed follow-ups. It's a kind of organized chaos. But what if it didn't have to be? It's such a simple question, but the answer could be huge. Just imagine a single digital platform, not for buying products, but for discovering, booking, and managing every kind of service you can think of. It's a simple idea, sure, but it's one that could literally change everything for service providers.
And that's exactly what we're looking at today. An AI-powered platform that's designed to be the fundamental operating system for pretty much any service business. So let's break down how it actually works.
Okay, so at the very heart of this is something called a digital service infrastructure, or DSI. Now, the easiest way to think about it is like digital plumbing. It's that foundational layer that lets any service provider manage their entire operation, from the first booking to the final payment, all without needing a tech team or trying to juggle a dozen different apps.
So what does this all-in-one service OS really do? Well, it's built specifically for any service that's tied to a schedule. And when you stop and think about it, that covers a massive range of businesses and activities.
And I mean, the scope here is just incredible. It can handle everything from one-on-one consultations and doctor's appointments, all the way up to huge events and webinars. It can even manage really specific bookings for things like spiritual centers or community health camps. The magic is that one flexible system can support all of them.
All right, so it can handle a lot, but how does it actually fix that day-to-day chaos we were talking about? Well, the platform basically tackles the three biggest headaches for any service provider, one by one.
The first, and maybe the most universal pain point, is just scheduling. You know, the endless back and forth, the accidental double bookings, the no-shows. It is a huge, huge time sink. The solution is this really simple but powerful automation. You just set your rules one time, your working hours, your breaks, even buffer time between appointments. That's it. From that moment on, the system shows your live availability, people book an open slot, and everyone gets automatic reminders. Your calendar essentially runs itself.
Okay, so the second major challenge is getting the right information from your clients before their appointment. Think about patient intake forms, pre-consultation questions, or all the details for an event registration. And a fix here is a dynamic form builder. So instead of messy emails or trying to read terrible handwriting, you create these beautiful, custom digital forms for any situation: registrations, consultations, even feedback. You can even use smart logic so clients only see the questions that apply to them. All that data gets collected perfectly in real time, ready for you to use.
And the final piece of this puzzle is managing the money and the logistics, especially for paid services or events. This is where things can get really complicated, with ticketing, invoicing, and chasing payments. The platform just integrates all of it. You can launch a free or a paid event. It generates digital tickets with QR codes for secure check-ins, and you can set up any kind of pricing you need: fixed price, different tiers, or even just donations. And maybe best of all, the whole process, including billing and GST-ready invoicing, is completely automated. What a relief.
So you might be wondering, who is this actually for? Is it just for, an individual consultant, or is it for big organizations? Well, the answer is, it's for both. The entire system is built to be incredibly scalable. And these examples really show you that range. A solo consultant can manage their paid sessions, while a doctor's clinic handles all its patient appointments. A yoga studio can sell class passes, but then it scales all the way up to massive institutions, like a university managing career workshops for thousands of students, or a large spiritual center handling a huge volume of daily bookings, all on the same exact system. Okay, now we get to one of the most exciting parts of this whole model. For all this power and automation, what does it actually cost the service provider? This is where the whole thing becomes truly disruptive.
Right, get this. For you, the service provider, the consultant, the clinic, the institution, there are 0 onboarding fees and 0 subscription fees. The way the platform makes money is by adding a small, totally transparent convenience fee to the customer's booking. This completely removes the financial barrier to entry.
That is the number that changes the game. 0. 0 setup fees, 0 subscription costs. It means you can set up and automate your entire business and go live in just a few minutes with absolutely no upfront investment. For small businesses and individual providers across India, this is a total game changer.
So, why is a model like this the future? Well, beyond the zero cost part, it's about the kind of impact it delivers. First, it's AI-powered, which means it creates smarter, more personalized experiences. Second, as we saw, it's incredibly scalable. It works for one person or a massive enterprise. And finally, it's data-driven, giving you clear insights to actually improve what you do. These 3 things are what really set it apart.
And, this isn't just about some convenient software. The vision behind it is so much bigger. It's really about building an intelligent service infrastructure that empowers anyone to manage and grow their services without friction, which contributes directly to inclusive growth and digital transformation all across India.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. What could you build if your services just ran themselves? If all that operational chaos, the scheduling, the admin, the payments, just disappeared? What would you have the time and energy to create? What new services could you offer? What new heights could you reach? That's the real possibility this kind of infrastructure unlocks. Thanks for joining us.